Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to be discussing on how to source buyers. I know this is a very important topic for a lot of us. Many of us have the products we want to sell, but we're asking, okay, so now we know where to get it, we know where to have it in quantity. How do we get buyers? So today we're going to be discussing extensively how to source buyers. One thing you must know is that there are buyers for your product abroad. There are many buyers. You saw the video I showed you, where somebody was saying Gary is finished and all of that. Those stores probably will be looking for who will supply goods to them. And you are looking for who to supply to. So how do you locate yourselves? Before you begin to source buyers, there are very important things you have to do. Because once you find the buyer is going to check you out. Remember, we are not trading with somebody in the same country with us. We're trading with somebody who is in another country, who does not know you, who doesn't even know how to track you. So there are very important steps you will have to take before you begin to source buyers. You have to have social media handles that will show that you now do exports. Yes, maybe somebody knows you for something else. It doesn't matter. There are different, sources of different streams of income. So that's insignificant. But the most important thing is that when they now track you, they find out you're now doing exports. That means on your Facebook page, at least Facebook or Instagram, the one you're very comfortable with, or both. You can also go to LinkedIn if you want. But you see, Facebook, you must be there, or Instagram, or both. And then you must have a business WhatsApp account, WhatsApp business account, where you can upload the catalogs of the goods you do, because they're going to be interacting with you through via a number that you give to them, and that number is definitely going to be WhatsApp, where two of you are going to meet virtually. You understand? You can have a video conference, you can chat, you can do anything, but the person needs to find that on that your WhatsApp page, these are the things you do. The trust issues arise. So help the buyer make up their mind. Now, how do we find these buyers? I had already told you your friends and family. Once you start, the first people you tell are your friends and family. But I know that many of us will want to make it official. Yes, friends and family are good, but let us make this thing formal. But you start with your friends and family. Remember, we talked about flyers. You must do your flyers. Those flyers will show the products you do. Those flyers are the things that, that can connect you. Tell somebody that this is what you now do. So when you do those flyers, you're going to make your letterhead, your logo, and all of that. When you now do all of these, when you tell your friends and family, you now send the flyer to them and say, please send to your friends, your groups, your church groups, anybody. This is what I now do. That is one. The second one is you go on Google. I also said this to you when we were doing the free class. I tried to show you that you can go on Google. Now, when you go on Google, what are you searching for? Remember, before you start looking for buyers, you have identified the product you want to sell or the products you want to sell. You can't jump into the crowd and start saying, I want to sell. You must identify what it is you want to sell. Is it fashion? Is it hair, cosmetics? Is it food? What is it that you want to do? Raw materials, finished products? Do you want to do them in large scale, in small scale? Do you want to sell to the stores and shops? That means you brand them, package them. Do you want to sell to individuals? You must, at this point, before you start looking for a buyer, you will identify what you want to do, and who you want to sell to. Now, let us take those who are doing small scale, mini scale. So when you now go to Google, the first thing you're going to type, if let's say you're taking bitter cola, you're not going to go and say countries that buy bitter cola in large quantity, or countries that import bitter cola. Google is going to give you big factories and big individuals. They won't even give you, they will, they will throw you up to B2B. B2B is business to business platforms. Those business to business platforms are people who buy in bulk, and on that space you have people who sell in bulk. They're basically for large scale exporters. So when it throws you to B2B, usually before you even get into those B2B, the owners of those sites will want you to pay. They might ask you, do you want a demo? Or they will tell you to give them your details, your email. They'll come to your email and tell you how much you need to pay. Now when you pay, they bring into those sites. On those platforms, you will see those who want cashew nuts in large quantity. You see those who in tons and in containers. So those are the people you find in B2B. So before you go and type that kind of a thing, you will know that it's B2B. So what a small scale mini exporter wants to do is, you go there, you say which countries maybe have Nigerian stores. So that one will tell you, oh, US or Canada or UK or Australia or wherever. Then when they have told you that, you now type again African stores in the US. Now that you've identified that it's the US, or you can just go straight, because you and I know it's US, Canada, UK that majorly do these things in African markets. The others do it too. You see Europe, Spain, Italy, Germany, many of those countries, they will so frisk Nigerian products, it's difficult to enter. Those are the places you must be careful of when you want to send goods abroad. When you have customers abroad, you must ask, what are the things that can come into this country, so that they don't send it back to you. Those ones can frisk Nigeria. They can go through. They can send back anyhow. Some people say they hate our products. I think they're just protecting their country and protecting the citizens. So those ones, don't go sending anything. If a client says, I want this, don't just go and waste money. Find out from the shipping company, do they ship this? Can these things enter those places? But you see places like US, UK, Canada, those places are, Nigerians there are many. Nigerian stores are many. So when you just go to the internet, you can just say Nigerian stores in the UK, Nigerian stores in US. If you just say UK or US, it might be a bit broad too. So you might just say Nigerian stores in Ontario, or you say Nigerian stores in Houston, or Nigerian stores in Birmingham. You track it down, call up the cities or the states, and then you call, you put it in. They will show you the Nigerian stores. That is if you want to sell to Nigerian stores. They will show you Nigerian stores. They will show you all those things. There are so many. You can't even copy them down. Just screenshot and keep. Now, what do you do with that information? If they have numbers, check if the numbers are on WhatsApp. If they're on WhatsApp, you build up a proposal. If they're not on WhatsApp, take their emails. You are going to do a lot of work, but those works you're doing are the breakthrough that you're looking for. You're not going to sit down and say, I don't have the energy. If you're looking for money, you have to have the energy. If you came into this class and paid 20,000, then you have to have the energy. You understand? And we're going to do it. It's part of the assignment we're going to do. You're going to identify what you want to do. Then you're going to go to the internet, and then you're going to submit to us the names you've gathered. And those names, use the emails where you're going to build up a proposal. Throw up your proposal on the group. Let us access it. You're going to write a proposal. That proposal should, it should introduce who you are, your company, what you do. Usually when I introduce myself, I tell them that they're buying, I also tell them, amongst other things, that they're buying fresh organic products, fresh from the farm, processed and treated with expanded shelf life. It's not sitting in the store. It hasn't taken time to come to UK. Nobody knows how long it is. This one is fresh, organic from the farm, treated and processed for consumption And with expanded lifespan, these are the things you're going to be telling them. You will tell them that you're from Nigeria, you sell food products. You identify the products you sell. Tell them, don't talk about price yet. You're just introducing yourself. Sell yourself to the people. One might not answer, two might not answer. In short, 20 that you wrote might not answer. Give them some 2-3 days. Go and do a gentle reminder. Go to their WhatsApp if they have WhatsApp numbers. Write the same proposal to them. Do gentle reminder. After you have done the first 20 or 30 or 40 you got, go to another city, download that again and start. You are looking for customers. You cannot sit down and cross your legs and say they're going to come to you. No. Remember that these people you're looking for, they have people they're buying from. So you're going to sell yourself in such a way that when the person reads it, and don't go and write too much grammar. They might not have that time. Put the right things up front immediately. We're into exportation. We export the different countries. We process and we do. We're interested. We're hygienically, intended. We want to give you a product that means something to you. Go to also ask for Nigerian restaurants. When you go to the restaurants, you tell them you want to sell to them. You identify these people, and then you write to them. That is another way of getting buyers. Another one too is to go to Facebook. There are Nigerians in diaspora. Many people are there. So make your flyer exciting. You understand? You go there and you're posting. Tell them that you ship. Maybe we ship every Thursday, every second week in the month, or every this. You say write your list. You put your WhatsApp number there, and tell them to connect with you on this number. Do you understand? You go to Nigerians in Canada. There are many people there. If you go there, you will see thousands and thousands and thousands of Nigerians there. If it's cosmetics you're selling, go and sell it there. If it's wigs you're selling, go and sell it there. If it's clothing you're selling, put a snapshot. If it is food, dry fish or crayfish or blended this, ground that, ground this, rice, ofada rice, what do you call it, plantain chips, even your chips, groundnuts in packs, plantain chips, coconut chips, whatever it is you're selling, chin. Put them in Nigerians in diaspora. You will see Nigerians in Canada, Nigerians in California, Nigerians in diaspora, Nigerians in Germany, Nigerians in all of them. Make your presence felt. You will work. Remember, you're looking for money. If you have one breakthrough in this thing, one, and you deal with that client very well, your business has started. That client is most likely going to tell the others, oh, there's this new person I got, and all of that, and then it will go around. Sometimes if you do very well in what you're told to do, you might even find it very difficult to meet with others. Then another way of finding buyers is to advertise. Adverts work like magic. Adverts work like magic. You came here by advert. I don't know who I reached personally here. Yes, I know some of you. Okay, maybe I reached 1 or 2 people personally. But many of the rest came by advert. Even the 200 and something people on the platform, on the free platform, came via adverts. So advertisements work. You will target your audience, target their country, target the age. It will cost you a little money, but adverts put you straight into the face of the person you want to sell to. And the person has to stop and watch. And when they now watch, If you put everything properly with your contact list, they will call you. Another way is to become a personal shopper. If you get into all of these Nigerians in diaspora or whatever, you tell them you want to personal shop for them. These are the things you sell, but you personal shop. What you mean by personal shopping is that give me your list. I will source all these things for you, package them, process them, package them, and ship them to you. So many of them will come. They can come to you and say, "Oh, we want this. The list might be a lot." You do all of that. Make sure you don't shortchange yourself or overprice yourself. We'll talk about fixing prices shortly, and you now send the products to them. So these are basically. You can also ask for agents. You can get in there and say, "Oh, I'm looking for somebody who can distribute these goods." You'll find somebody who is not really interested in buying, but who knows people that they can, sell your products to. They will automatically show in your messenger or in your WhatsApp, on your WhatsApp page, and ask you, "Okay, what are the products you want to sell?" You now tell them, "Oh, I have this in large quantity. Can you find buyers since you're there?" And they will just, sit up and take over the marketing for you while you do the production. So these are basic ways of finding buyers. You can also apply if you want to sell on eBay or Amazon. You apply to them. Go to their site, go to the dashboard, and apply. Put up your products, and those ones, Amazon or eBay will now target their audience, who will now come and who will identify the products you have to sell, and then they will locate you. And these are basically for small scale exporters. For large scale exporters, it's about the same thing. You get onto Facebook, but this time you're not going to Nigerians in diaspora, because Nigerians in diaspora are individuals who are looking for what to buy. You will go to import-export groups, as many as possible. You have import-export worldwide, you have import-export India, you have import-export Canada, you have import-export USA, you have import-export. You get into those ones. When you now get there, you start advertising. Sometimes they invite you to their Telegram group. You go there and join them. But you start advertising. When you advertise there, some people might reach out to you in private and say, "What is it that you have to sell? How do you sell it?" Sometimes you go there and tell them you're looking for an agent who can find buyers on commission for you. When you say that, there are people there who are not necessarily looking for what to buy, but they have the contacts. So they're waiting for people who are willing to give them commission to market their products. So once you say that and say to them on commission basis, "Please contact me on this," they will come to your WhatsApp or your messenger, and they'll come to discuss terms and conditions with you. When they now find buyers for you, you discuss terms of payment, shipping method, and all of that, and their commission for them. Of course, immediately they introduce the client to you, they want their commission. Once they get the quantity and amount, that the quantity and the pricing with your buyer, they ask for their commission, because they will exit the forum and leave you and the buyer to now discuss. So apart from joining import and export groups, remember I told you that when you go to Google and you type countries that have demand for, you say charcoal. Remember I told you B2B will pop up, because they're expecting that you want to do container loads. And once you want to do container loads, you're looking for B2B, business to business. There's business to business, there's business to consumer. I'm sure we all know Jumia. Jumia is business to consumer. That is somebody selling their products. Konga, so many of them. Is somebody selling their product? You can't go to Jumia to buy product except you want to consume it. You're not buying it to resell, because there's a lot of profit there. So that's consumer to business to consumer. But what you're looking for here is business to business. One man is looking for a container load of charcoal and they don't know where to get it. And another man is looking, he has a container load of charcoal and he doesn't know who wants it. So when you get to B2B, you are expected to upload the picture of your product, specifications, characteristics, and everything. When you download them on B2B, you would have paid. Remember, I told you that many of them, 90% of them will ask you to pay. There's still a few that might not ask you to pay, but 90% or more will actually ask you to pay, because they're like the middlemen connecting you with possible buyers. And once you're connected, there's nothing else in it for them. So their own is to build up that platform for you to use and connect. So when you get into B2B, you connect with you upload your product, the buyer will come there and the buyer will see it and the buyer will contact you. Another way is you go to if you're selling big time, if you want to do container, that's large scale export, you go to your chamber of commerce in your state. Go to your chamber of commerce and industry. You can speak to whoever is in charge. They will tell you procedures of how you can get buyers. Another one is you get into Nigeria Export Promotion Council. You register with them as an exporter. When you register with them, you upload your products too, just like you do in B2B. Now, the advantage of that one is this. Many people who want to import, buy products from Nigeria into their own country. They trust Nigeria Export Promotion Council. They figure out that it's a government agency where due diligence would have been carried out on each individual who registered there, who is uploading their products there. So they automatically expect that you're legitimate. If they see your name there and they see, oh, you have cashew nuts in large quantity, they automatically expect that the government would have done due diligence on you, and so you are legitimate. So there they connect with you. Nigeria Export Promotion Council is a good place to go and register if you want to sell in a large scale. It's very simple. It's an online registration. Once you go there, you go to their site. Registration is very simple. The only snag there, the only drawback there is that it's a 2-year certificate. If you don't get a buyer in 2 years, it expires. You have to register. You have to renew it. But if you upload your products there and you get a buyer before then because it's something you can do under 24 hours. So if you don't register, get a buyer, because you must have a Nigerian Export Promotion Council certificate. You must have registered with them before you export. But it is something that if a buyer comes to you tomorrow and says, oh, I want to buy this, you just go to their site and register. The next day it will come out. You print out your certificate. You understand? But if you print it out, if you register now and upload and you're unable to sell before then, you will not be able to use it after 2 years when it expires. You just have to do renewal. So after that, you will now the last one, like we said in the mini export, is you will now advertise. You can advertise to companies. You target. The good thing about these adverts is that they ask you your target. You target companies, industries, factories, manufacturers, those who need those products in large quantity. You understand? That is if you want to do container load. Remember, it's not only raw materials you can sell out as container load. If you go to African stores, you can find people who want indomie, people who want malt, people who want naan. People who want, they might want a whole lot of these things. You might fill up a container and it's not really full. You will now look for consolidation. Those mini exporters whose products can go by sea, they will now come and consolidate, put their products inside the container so that they can pay you for the extra space, and then you export. But remember that before you begin to do these container loads, you must have your documents. You must have registered in the right places. You have your domiciliary account that you opened in your under the export trade, and then you have of course your limited liability company registered with Nigerian Export Promotion Council. All of these things are not difficult to achieve, but if you want to do large scale, you must have them. Now, the assignment we're going to do is we're going to try out what we have said. You understand? And then submit onto the group. I'm sure from here you would have gotten real value. I mean, you would know by now how you can source buyers. By the time you do all of these, do it the first time, the second time, never get wearied. Don't ever give up. Ever. If you want to succeed in this, you're not going to give up. You're going to, get into it, do the proposals, and then send to them. And then continue to do gentle reminders for those who went through Google. And then do your adverts, and then get into the groups where you find Nigerians abroad. So thank you for listening. I'm sure you got you understand now how you can find your buyers. In the next class, subsequent class, we'll talk about how to fix prices and other things. Thank you.